Hello, it's Joanna from Concept Wedding Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to do colour dropping. I know it can be a sticking point for some people when they go to drag that white colour into one of my brush stamps. Sometimes the white just fills the whole canvas and doesn't stay within the boundary of the shape. It's a really quick thing to solve, and I'm going to show you how to do that here. So I'm going to use one of my brushes from the table and chair brush set. I'm going to select the colour and tap it on the screen. What I teach in my course, which is my 10-step drawing process, you would duplicate this layer so you have this outline layer on top and this layer at the bottom where you would add the colour to the chair. You select that and you're going to drag white into that shape. So the first thing I want to do is change the background colour slightly so that we can see where that white is going to be on our screen. So with that bottom layer selected, I select white and I'm going to tap this circle and keep my stylus on the screen, move this circle here. Now, if your colour threshold is too high, what will happen is you drag it in, you drop it, let go, and it spills out into the screen, which is where people are getting stuck. So 2 fingers on the screen to erase that. Now, if I don't take my stylus off the screen, I'm holding my stylus down here, you'll see at the top here, colour drop threshold percentage, and this blue line as well to indicate how high and low it is. Now with my stylus on the screen, if I move left and right, you can see that percentage increase and decrease. And it gets to a point, its threshold, where it basically is overlooking this line and it's going to go, I don't see the line, I'm dropping that white into the canvas. What you need to do is have that threshold low enough so the white stays within the shape. So if you're having a problem where you're dropping it and it's doing this, simply drag that colour, but don't remove your stylus from the screen, and just move it down to the left until that threshold reaches a point the white stays within the shape. And it really is as simple as that. I know it's one of those things, because we move that white into that space so quickly, we often overlook that kind of menu that comes up. So just remember, if your white is spilling into the canvas, don't let your stylus off the screen. Just hold it on the screen and just move it down to the left slowly until you meet that threshold. And this also works the other way when your white colour isn't filling enough of the shape. That means your threshold is too low. So with a shape like this, which is more complex, you can see you'd want the whites to come in here and fill up all of these spaces that are there to indicate where the kind of rattan wood would be. Now if I drag it in, and let's move my colour drop threshold to 0, you can see when you zoom in, it hasn't filled up areas like this. So when you add that clipping mask and add colour to the shape, these areas won't be coloured because they haven't been filled with that white. So again, what you'd want to do is just come in here, drag that white into one of the larger shapes, keep your stylus on the screen, and moving it to the right, you can see this threshold percentage increase. You can see this blue line going up, and you'll start to see here these areas filling with white, and eventually it will get so high it will fill up gaps you don't want it to fill, like this. So you have to find that kind of middle ground where it fills what you want it to fill, but doesn't spill out of the shape. So I hope that cleared up colour dropping for everybody. Thank you to people who have requested this video. I hope this solves your problem. Just leave a comment below if you need any more advice or would like a more detailed video on anything to do with using the brush stamps. And I do have a course. I have one for creating wedding table visuals like this, and one for that top-down view of the place settings. Those courses include all of the brush stamps you need, and I guide you through everything from introducing you to Procreate to using the brush stamps and how to draw within the app, as well as more advanced features such as adding your watercolour effects and your shadows and artistic touches. everything you need to know to create beautiful wedding visuals for your clients. And if you'd also like to add 10 free brush stamps to your Procreate library, again, link in the description below. We'll get those 10 brushes straight to your inbox. And that includes my watercolor brush and my wet smudge brush, which I use every single time when using my brush stamps. So it's super valuable and yours for free. Just click the link in the description below.